Good afternoon, Dr. Jones. My name is Jennifer Zambrano. I am recording this for my final observation for ELM 590. First, I want to talk about that I believe that students can learn and that they are capable of learning. I let my students know that sometimes things can be hard, but they are able to do hard things. I have a student who most of the time does not like to write, won't write, will sit there and refuse to write. At the beginning of my student teaching assignment, I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what to do. As I would talk to the student more and I got to know who he was, what was causing him to have hesitation in writing, because he was a smart kid and I knew that he was capable of doing it. I found out that he was having issues at home. His parents were going through a divorce. Things were bad. You know, mom had lost her job, had abandoned him for most of the time while grandma took care of him. I empathized with him and I let him know that things are tough, but here is a place where he's safe. And this is something that he was absolutely capable of doing, and that he can learn to do this, and that he will learn to do this. And that I believed in him. And little by little, he started writing more, and he felt more comfortable at home. I saw him open up and just blossom so much more than before. He would just sit there quietly and just wasn't happy. He wasn't a happy kid. And I think now that he feels safer, that I spoke with him, and then I let him know that I do believe in him and that he can do this. He's just become just a better learner and a better student, and I am so very proud of him. Also, I want to talk about that I am open to learning new ways and better ways to help educate my students, and I do this by asking my mentor teacher all the time. I'm asking her for better ways to do it. I'm asking her for feedback on how I did, what could I do better, what do you think that I shouldn't do anymore. I especially nowadays where COVID is a big issue and we're only in school 2.5 hours a day, we need to not only think about better ways to help our students in the classroom, but help them when they're at home, not with us. When they have to do assignments on Seesaw, how are we going to motivate them to get online to do these assignments? How are we going to show them what buttons to push, where to go, how to get onto the assignment, how to do their AR tests at home without us? They're first graders, but they're absolutely capable of doing these things. And we found ways to motivate them and educate them and help them throughout their career. And it's trying times for all of us as educators, as educators who have been doing the job for a really long time, and then those like me who are just started, learning how to do things all over again sometimes is hard for everyone. But I think that we just have to roll with the times, figure out a better way and the best way to do things at that moment, so that students feel comfortable and confident in what they're doing, and we feel comfortable and confident in what we're doing, and it's just a cohesive team all together. And I think that when we work all together, better ways are found and everybody is a lot happier. Last, I want to talk about I'm representing myself in professional attire. I do this every day when I go to school. I make sure that my students know that I'm there for them, that when we're here at school, we're here to work. We're going to have fun doing it, but we're going to dress the part, just like they have a certain attire that they have to wear, and some clothes that they're not able to wear. I follow suit. I'm going to dress for success. I'm going to be on time, and I'm going to honor my commitment to them. A couple of weeks ago, I felt ill. Thankfully, it wasn't COVID, but I had to leave my class for a week. And although I know that their home teacher was there, my mentor was there, and they were in absolutely good hands, I felt like I was leaving them and that I missed them. I wanted to be with them. I felt like I needed to follow through on my commitment to them at the beginning of my teaching assignment. I'd let them know that I am committed to them, that I will be here for them, and that I will be there for anything that they need that I can help with, that I will be there. And when I had to leave for that week, I felt like I was letting them down. And so I was able to get on Zoom as much as I could with them, to let them know that I'm still here and that I would be back soon, and that I still expect 100% from them, and I still expect them to hold their commitments, and I will hold my commitment to them. And I feel like that's important for them to hear, and that was important for me to explain that to them, so that they understood that things are still the same, and that I'm just taking a little bit of time off, and that I will be back. We talk all the time about how at the end of this month that I will be leaving the classroom and handing it back over to Mrs. Peters, but I will be in and out volunteering in the classroom, because I will see them through the end of the year. May not be in the capacity of a student teacher, but I will be there because I feel like I need to honor that commitment to my students. And I believe in them, and I want to see them through, and I want to see them succeed. There was a couple of challenging times in my student teaching assignment. Mostly it was having students just not want to do work for whatever reason. Sometimes they're just having a really hard time at home. All of the change that's happening in their lives right now. First we were totally online. And then we went to a hybrid program. Sometimes they fell ill even with a sniffle, and they have to stay home for 2 weeks and do Zoom with a different teacher for that 2 weeks. And it's challenging. And these kids, although they're so resilient, it's challenging for them because it's so different. What I've learned in my role as a teacher is to keep them going, keep them strong, try to block out anything that's happening in the outside world, whether it be COVID or parents losing jobs, parents having to work while students are at school, and having grandma step in. It's my job as a teacher to be able to block all that out so that they're able to focus and learn, and to just be able to escape all of that other reality while they're in my classroom, so that they feel safe and that they feel comfortable, and that they're happy in my classroom, because a happy kid is more willing to learn and to be excited about learning. What I did learn about my students is that they have a lot of issues going on at home, and I really didn't expect that as much as I probably should have, because in my school, parents are very involved in their students' education. However, because times are just so challenging for everyone right now, there are a lot of issues going on at home. And I realize that students need teachers in the capacity of not only a teacher, but sometimes just someone to listen to them, someone to believe in them, and someone to love them. And I tell my students every day how much I love them and how much I miss them over the weekend, and how proud of them I am, and how smart they are, and how brave they are, and just what awesome people they are. And you can see the smile on their face, and their face light up when they know that somebody is so proud of them and somebody loves them so much. I'm sure their parents love them, and I know that their parents love them, but to hear it from someone who is not a family member and who's not afraid to say that they love their students, is just, you can see their face light up to know that someone else cares about them so much. I really enjoyed my time student teaching. When I first started the assignment, I thought to myself, if I could teach during COVID time, I can do anything. And it has been exhausting. It has been trying. It has been very emotional. But I am very excited to start my career as a teacher with my own classroom, and I'm just so proud of my kids. I am so proud of what they've achieved and what they can achieve, and I am proud of myself for the teacher and the person that I've become. Thank you.